Well, I think there's a very interesting paradox that I found in your book, and it has to do with Plato. The idea that you quote the scholar Peter Kingsley, who looks at the pre-Socratic philosophers, and he basically suggests that this is a shaman mystic tradition, and that when Plato came along, he was a rationalist, and he sort of emphasized the rationalist portions and de-emphasized the shamanistic portions. But then when de' Medici had his translator, Ficino, translate Plato after he had already translated the Hermetic texts, he saw in Plato a continuation of the Hermetic tradition. So it seems as if Plato is sort of on both sides of the fence.
Yes, he is. And different periods will see different sides of him. Peter Kingsley is very convincing in his research about the pre-Socratic philosophers. And when I was in school and studying the Greeks, I kept looking for something that might be spiritual in the sense of shamanic, and I could not find it. But he retranslated a lot of the manuscripts, and he's very convincing that not only were these pre-Socratic philosophers shamans, but they were powerful shamans and powerful healers, and a very, very interesting work that he has done. And he really felt that Plato had taken so much from the pre-Socratic philosophers, especially Parmenides, and yet he had eventually turned it around into a more rational side. And that did seem to be a side of Plato that maybe he was afraid even of that powerful other dimension of consciousness. But he certainly is noted for being the person who differentiated rational consciousness from symbolic consciousness, and tended to honor only the rational. Now, I think that he didn't stay that way, and I think it was actually probably later readers that saw in him only the rational. But certainly when it was translated after the Corpus Hermeticum, that translator certainly saw the shamanic dimension of Plato for sure. And I think they did it Chart as well.